So first we're going to need some sounds, and you can use whatever MP3 file you have, or MP4, M4A, etc. Maybe not MP4, I think that's video. But yeah, any wave, etc. So sounds. But if you need some sounds for UI to work in your prototypes, you can go to Facebook Design, so facebook.design/soundkit. And here you'll be able to download a package of sounds that you can use in your prototypes. So this has now downloaded. Let me drag it on the desktop and unzip. Okay, so here we're going to use the low volume ones. And if you go into the notifications and alerts here, I want to use this one, number 7. I'm going to call this drone. Okay, so let me just open Xcode. Where are we? AR drone. Okay, so we've already designed our drone last time. I hope you've run this to check how it looks. And now we need to go to the view controller. So let me just clean up this really quickly. First, let's replace the name here as we've changed it for in the scene editor. So AR drone, the same as here. And inside of this, we need to access our drone. So I'm going to create a variable outside, which is just going to be an empty node. And here I'm going to assign, so drone equals, and I'm going to access this scene and its root node, and then I'm going to look for a child node called AR drone. Recursively true, because we have inside of the scene we have the root node that goes, then inside you have the rotation node, and inside of the rotation node, so we need to recursively go inside and look for a node with this name. And we are sure of the name. Let's just make double sure that we renamed it AR drone and no capital letters. Okay, so this should work. We have access to the drone. Now let's add some sound to it. We are going to create a variable that's going to play the sound for us, and this is going to be a scene audio source. So audio and it's just going to be empty for now. So here, same, we are going to prepare for our SCN audio source. So we need to give it the file that we created. We first need to drag it into our assets. So if you go back here, you can drag this drone here. Okay, and then in here, we can access our audio source. And we say that it's an SCN audio source, and here you can pass the file, so it's going to be an art SCN assets as well. I'm going to copy this and here, so make sure you have the same drone.m4a. Okay, so next we need to loop the sound, so audio source dot loops equals true. Then we need to make sure that this node is going to be positional as well. So we can say audio source is positional and set this to true as well. So this will make the spatial sound work for us. Then lastly, we need to call our audio source, and should stream, we are going to set this to false. Okay. And finally, actually, there's just one more. The audio source needs to load with, obviously, all of these parameters that we passed right now. Okay, so audio source. I'm going to say load audio source, and here load drone. Okay. Now that this is all loaded, when the view did appear, we are going to attach one to the other. So in view did appear, I'm going to call this super view, view did appear, animated. So in here, we are going to call our drone and we are going to add an audio player to it. Now, what we have created is an audio source, and an audio player needs an audio source to play. So this is what we have here and what we created before. So you pass an audio player and then an audio source. Okay, now we need to make sure that we are not going to add this every time the view did appear. So just to make sure that there is no other audio player on our drone, we can call our drone and say remove all audio players. Okay, so this should be enough. Let's run and see how this look. Where is it? Oh, okay. So if you have headphones, stereo headset, you will hear the Spacial Sound. And if you go away, you will hear that the sound start to diminish. Okay, so this is it for this section. See you in the next video.